right, bear with me, a little dark here. When I turn the light on behind me, I glow weird. We're gonna do one video for 5 TRX exercises. Fast forward to the ones that you need. We're doing Cossack squat, single arm reach and row, body saw, mountain climber, and fallout hold. So first one up, and ideally you're gonna have this a little set up higher than what I have. We're gonna do Cossack squat. I'm gonna change my length here to accommodate how close I'm going to be to the squat rack. We're going to take the handles, make sure they're nice and even. We're going to bring them to our sides. We're going to take a wide stance. We're going to sit back into it a little bit, and we're looking to do a side lunge where my foot here stays down on the ground, my knees past my toes, my chest are upright, and my other foot can point up. I'm going to push myself up to the middle and come down to the other side. Same thing, knee can go past the toes, that heel has to stay down, my chest is upright. Ideally, I could go just as far on my left as I can go on my right, but you can see my right knee kind of goes pretty good. When I come over to my left side, that's where my mobility problem is. This is less of a strength exercise and much more of a mobility exercise for both our hip and our ankle. So that's Cossack squat. Reach and row. We're gonna hope that my squat rack doesn't come down. I know that sounds a little ominous for you, but my squat rack isn't anchored, and hopefully where you're going, you're anchored a little bit better. I'm going to set this up so I'm a little bit higher. All right, so we're going to set it up so that your strap is as far up as it can go. All right, so I can't make this any shorter, all right? So I'm going to start in my road position. Here's my reach with my other arm. Notice I'm getting a little thoracic rotation. I'm going to come all the way down to straight. And ideally, I would go straight on my arm. If you don't have an anchor point where you can do this, that's okay. I'm just kind of nervous that I'm going to pull the squat rack over on me. But the idea is that I'd be all the way down in this position at the end and then pull myself up and get that thoracic rotation. This is a pretty tough one. Ideally, you'd have this anchored to a squat rack, or if I was smart, I'd have my handle attached to one of my ceiling joists and it wouldn't go anywhere. So take care on that one. If you can't do that one and I put it in your program, let me know. We'll make a substitute. All right, the last 3, we're going to set it up a little bit lower. So make sure my handles are even again. All right, so we're going to go body saw next. We're going to pretend that the end of my squat rack is actually a door so that we can't go past it. We're going to hook our feet in so that the strap is around our laces. We're going to come out. You can either do these on your hands or on your forearms. Nice plank position. I need to adjust a little bit higher because you can see my toes right in the ground. And we don't want our toes to drag on the ground. Middle point. All right, let's go back and try that again. All right, so we're going to get the feet in. We're going to come into that nice plank position, and we're bringing our body in front of our hands and back. In front of our hands and back. Keeping a nice plank position, either on your hands or on your forearms. So that's the wall, coming back forward, or the door. If you're over a squat rack and you can go further, totally cool. All right, we're going to stay in that same position with our feet in it. We're going to come into our tall plank, and here we got mountain climbers. We're bringing one knee to our elbow. Keeping that nice core position. Ideally, we do these a little slower. That's more challenging on your core than going fast. All right, and then the last one is going to be bent knee or fallouts, but hold rather than pulling yourself back up. So in the video, you can do these kneeling or standing. You're just kind of coming out into that core and coming back up. We're going to go out, keep that nice hollow body position, core nice and tight, and we're just going to hold. And if you want, you could do these standing too. Alright, so those are the 5 TRX exercise substitutions I've been making recently.